Grayson, no, 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 no. How many times do you work with people and they do what you just did there, and that is freeze over the golf ball?
All the time, and you can tell they're going through a laundry list of things they have to do in their swing, and their swing's dead before they even take the club away.
Yeah, I know from playing in a million pro-ams that I've played in my life, especially when people get a little nervous or get a little tense, they change their pre-shot routine. And one of the things that they change is the last part, when you stood over the ball and froze over the golf ball. And it's a very, very common thing to do. So there's a number of triggers that we use in the golf school. And the interesting thing is the first move in the backswing is going forward.
Right.
And I'm going to have you do one that I've used with a lot of my students. It's not the only one though. You can forward press your hands, or Nicholas turns his head, and there's other little things you can do. And most players definitely have a little move forward before they take it away that's pretty obvious to see if you look carefully. So what I'm going to have you do is lift your right heel. Right here, when you start, lift your right heel, and when that pushes you a little bit forward, you go back. Let me see you do that and see what that looks like. That's really good.
That was a lot better.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that you want to see in your swing, that you'd like to feel in your swing. It doesn't have to be lifting the right heel or the trail heel. It doesn't have to be this. You know, Matthew Wolff, of course, does a big hip turn. It's the most exaggerated I've seen, but there have been a lot of great players that have had this little slight movement that you just did with your trail heel that just moved a little bit forward. So that's getting you this little feel that gets you in rhythm when you swing, instead of starting from that dead start, which is a killer under any sort of pressure. One of the things that Harvey Penick, the great Harvey Penick, did was explain throwing a bucket of water as something nothing to do with golf. If you had a bucket of water and you were going to throw it forward, and you had the water here, and you were on the ranch, you know, there was nobody teaching you. It's not golf related at all. You always start with a little move here, back, and throw the water forward. So that's kind of the old thing that Harvey talked about. But we need some kind of ignition to move the golf club away. You start from a dead stop, it's going to be very dangerous. It's probably not going to work. You want to get something to get your body moving, that you're not starting dead. You got some little movement to get that golf swing going. Hit one more. Let's try it, see it one more time.
Very good. So the first move to start the backswing is towards the target.